Hello, and welcome to another quiz. It won't be an easy one on 2 Samuel, but don't worry, I won't be pointing fingers. 20 questions, let's begin. Question 1. After the deaths of Saul and Jonathan, to which city did God tell David to move? Was that Jericho, Hebron, Ziklag, or Jerusalem? And he was first told to go to Hebron in 2 Samuel chapter 2. Question 2. After David was anointed king of Judah, who was made king of Israel? Was that Menahem, Baasa, Ishbosheth, or Nadab? And that was Ishbosheth in 2 Samuel chapter 2 again. Question 3. Who murdered Abner? Was that Joab, Uriah, Absalom, or Rechab? And that was Joab in 2 Samuel chapter 3. Question 4. For how long did David reign over Judah before he became king of Israel? Was that 12 days, 6 months, 3 years, or 7.5 years? And he reigned for 7.5 years, according to chapter 5. Question 5. What did Uzzah touch, which resulted in his death? Was it an angel, a serpent, the ark, or a poisoned arrow? And he touched the ark in chapter 6. Question 6. How many children did Michal have with David? Was it none, 1, 2, or 3? And together they had no children, as referenced in chapter 6. Question 7. With what disability was Mephibosheth afflicted? Was that blindness, lame in both feet, born with no hands, or asthma? And he was lame in both feet, according to chapter 4. Where, if it was today's society, no doubt some litigation would be involved. Question 8. Who did God send to rebuke David for his dealings with Uriah and Bathsheba? Was that Nathan, Zadok, Absalom, or Joab? And that's Nathan in chapter 12 of 2 Samuel. Question 9. By what name did God want Solomon to be called? Was it Maaseiah, Hananiah, Jedediah, or Elasah? And he wanted Jedediah in 2 Samuel chapter 12. Question 10. Which son of David violated his sister Tamar? Was that Adonijah, Solomon, Amnon, or Absalom? And that was the uncourteous Amnon in 2 Samuel chapter 13. Question 11. Where did Jonathan and Ahimaaz hide to avoid Absalom's soldiers? Was it up a tree, in a well, in a cave, or in a barn? And they hid in a well in chapter 17. Question 12. What type of tree did Absalom get caught up in during the battle with David? Was it a willow, an oak tree, palm tree, or olive tree? And that was an oak tree in chapter 18. Question 13. How many rods did Joab thrust through Absalom's heart while he was hanging in the tree? Was it 1, 2, 3, or 4? And that was 3 rods through the heart in chapter 18. Question 14. What death awaited Sheba, son of Bichri, for revolting against King David? Was he impaled on his own spear, mauled by wild bears, crushed by the city walls, or his head thrown from the city wall? And his head was thrown from the city wall in chapter 20. Question 15. Why did God cause a famine during the reign of King David? Was it because David numbered the Israelites? Saul killed the Gibeonites? David stole Bathsheba from Uriah? Or Israel had sided with Absalom? And the famine was due to Saul killing the Gibeonites, according to chapter 21 of 2 Samuel. Question 16. What arrangement was made to bring the famine to an end? Was it the death of 7 of Saul's sons? Israel and Judah would be divided. David would not build the temple, or Israel and Judah to cease fighting. And that was the demand of the death of 7 of Saul's sons, according to chapter 21. Question 17. Who climbed into a pit on a snowy day and killed a lion? Was that Helez, Eliab, Zalmon, or Benaiah? And that was Benaiah in chapter 23. Question 18. Which of these is not recorded as one of David's 3 mighty men? Was that Shammah, Eleazar, Josheb-Basshebeth, or Joab? And that was Joab. You'll find the mighty men in chapter 23. Question 19. How many men died in a plague as punishment for David's sin? Was that 70,000, 100,000, 640,000, or 1 million? And let's not go too far, it was only 70,000 in chapter 24. And question 20. On whose threshing floor did God instruct David to build an altar? Was that Hannah's, Naboth's, Othniel's, or Araunah's? And the altar was on Araunah's floor in 2 Samuel chapter 24. Keep tuned for quizzes here, but if you fancy daily readings from the King James, head over to my brand new channel, King James Retold. Your support would be much appreciated. Until next time, goodbye and God bless.